right, gentlemen, you received your instructions earlier. Do I have any questions from you, Blue? Any questions, Red? Good. Hook them up. Let's roll.
Time now for Bonner's Breakdown, brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers.
Really, Matt Riddle has to do what he does best, and that's push the pace and use his wrestling. Kuiper wants to make this a kickboxing match. He has good judo, but he wants to keep this fight standing, look for the knockout.
And we're underway. Matthew Riddle's body language, his demeanor, what do you make of it for us? It's very different.
Yes, he's fearless, you know. I don't think he senses any danger. He's all smiles and happy faces.
How can you not love this guy? He's always in exciting fights, just barn burners. When I think of Riddle, I have the picture in my head of him a bloody mess, smiling at his opponent and coming forward and eventually winning the fight.
He's a man who truly loves his job.
He takes great pride in wearing opponents down, breaking opponents. Those were the words he used when he talked to us yesterday.
He does. I love that style, too. He's a pressure fighter, and that's something that I could identify with. I'm a big Riddle fan. But Kuiper, this guy has really come a long way in a short amount of time. He's only 24 years old. Interesting about him, he wanted to do MMA. His dad said, no way, when you turn 18. The day he turned 18, he went to the MMA gym. 2 months later, he was fighting.
Incredible.
And Kuiper trained stand-up in Holland and MMA in Belgium.
Well, Holland, come on, it's the mecca of kickboxers. Dutch kickboxing, they really took the sport to a new level. So he's trained by the great legendary Roos Malen, who also has his son who's a great kickboxer. So great coach there, great guys to work with. Just working with world-class strikers like that every day for us is a huge advantage.
Absolutely. We saw Uchimata attempt right there by Kuiper. Here, a double leg attempt. Hands are locked. He's going for a ride. No, unlocked. Lost that double leg.
But then Riddle, on the other hand, is at Drysdale's in Las Vegas working with world-class grapplers on a daily basis. So just great little similarities there. One in striking, one in wrestling.
It's been a year off for Matthew Riddle. He told us he's focused on his striking. He said, let's face it, we already know my ground game is sick.
Here we go.
Look at that.
Double leg attempt again. Locked hands. He's got to get it this time. He's got to get it.
Kuiper showing some good judo hips right there.
Excellent. You know, that's the weakness of judo sometimes, is that they're not allowed to grab the legs in their sport. Right now, we got Matt Riddle all over the legs of Kuiper. He's not as used to that as most wrestlers are.
Riddle has dictated the tempo to this point. Kuiper said before the fight he didn't have a plan. What would you say his plan should be?
Right now, he's got to get off the fence. I like the clinch because he's a judo practitioner, but not against the fence, not with your back against the fence. I'm a big believer in staying off the fence.
Yeah, with Riddle, you just want to get space. You don't want this guy grabbing you the whole match. It's going to wear you down. And it's funny, Riddle is a smaller guy. Riddle's the welterweight, but he looks like the bigger guy in there.
And he's a grinder, right? He could do this all night. Can Kuiper keep up this pace, you know, this grinder?
Exactly, and that's what Riddle said. I just don't get tired. I could fight forever.
Riddle calls Kuiper a European middleweight. Riddle has a line for everything. Very engaging.
Great takedown defense shown by Kuiper here.
Yeah, American middleweights are really big. You know, Americans have the weight cut system down, but Riddle does look the bigger of the two, even though he's a welterweight.
He's a little taller. He's got the arm reach advantage and the leg reach.
But he is spending the more energy here with his head in beneath the hips here. He's spending a lot of energy.
I do not like this position. Takes a ton of energy out of you. But Riddle claims he can't get tired. He could wrestle forever.
Let's see. It's still early here.
Kind of reminds me of Ben Askren in that respect.
Right. But Ben Askren's all technique. You know, he doesn't really waste too much energy, even though he does work a lot.
Takedown by Kuiper.
Double leg takedown.
Rises Riddle with the takedown.
Fantastic. Double leg takedown by the judoka. Beautiful. Can he get the ground and pound going here? Knees in the chest, blocking the punches, doing the right thing. Drysdale Jiu-Jitsu in action here.
Blood coming from the mouth of Matthew Riddle.
Riddle kind of smiling a little there. Maybe that's just always his look on his face, but I think he smiled because, oh my God, I didn't even consider if this guy would shoot a takedown on me.
He's got a good overhook here. Releases it, head control, overhook again. When you got the overhook, you can possibly get a triangle here. Is he going to try to attempt a triangle? Uh-oh, up against the fence. Time to wall walk here. Time to use that fence. Bridge, yes. Bridge off the wall. Off the fence. Here we go. Good job. Armbar.
Oh, that's
it's out.
deep.
It's out. It's out. That was close.
That's the way to use the fence.
If the hips were a little higher, underhook. No possible double leg here, I don't think. Round is ending.
We're going to stop on that bell, gentlemen.
A tactical first round winding down. Kuiper and Riddle
Let him
go to round 2.
There you go, back to the corner.
Some memorable moments in round 1. This was the takedown first for us.
Yeah, black belt in judo doing the double leg against the wrestler. Turn of a bit of a surprise here. Here's a nice armbar. Drysdale Jiu-Jitsu in action. Elbow slips out.
Ooh, those hips were deep there. Great escape by Kuiper.
And round 2 begins. What kind of adjustments do you expect?
Well, you know, Kuiper did good, but he stayed up against the fence for too long. He could have got offensive a lot sooner, won the round more convincingly. Riddle, he needs to mix the striking with the takedown. He's just too obvious with his takedown attempts. Throw some punches, throw some double legs his way. Mix it up.
Look at that.
Beautiful
Kuiper really
switch. Beautiful
surprising.
switch.
Riddle with the takedown attempt, but what a switch by Riddle. Now he's on Kuiper's back, and this is not where Kuiper wants to be.
Double leg attempt and then a switch. That's some fantastic wrestling by both of them.
Riddle's wrestling background, extraordinary. In high school, he beat John Jones. He bragged to you, Stefan, about that with a big grin.
Yeah, he did. He didn't play the upper body Greco game with him. He shot the low single, and it worked. Got the W over the great John Jones.
There you go. We got back mount here.
And he said he only weighed 180 pounds, and he was fighting 189 with guys like John Jones cutting down there. He was undersized, and he still managed to win state.
Look at Riddle's left hook here. It's got a deep left hook around the shin bone here. That's a very difficult hook to take out.
Yeah, it is.
Kuiper's stuck deep here. He's stuck deep here.
Yeah, he's in a bad position. Riddle squeezing.
Kuiper
in trouble.
Maybe
He got his chin down.
He's not completely under here. I would lock up a body triangle here and cinch it up. You don't want Kuiper spinning and getting on top.
Good
Nice hip
hits.
heist. Good hip heist by Riddle. Gets on top.
Beautiful. That's just that world-class grappling. I don't disagree with Kuiper's strategy. Surprise the guy. Go right at him and take him down, just like BJ Penn did with Fitch. But you are playing with fire when you're shooting on a wrestler.
Surprise the guy. You got it one time. Don't do it the second time. Second time, it's not a surprise.
True for us. True.
Fool me once, right, Tony?
Yes, that's
Fool
a
me
famous
once.
saying.
That's the quote
Shame
of the night.
on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Yeah. Good switch by Riddle. He got elbow deep on the leg here. Switch, hip heist, took the back. Now he's in mount. Bad news for Kuiper.
Nearly had that choke too. Kuiper barely got the chin. Now was able to escape.
You know, it's all about stabilizing the mount. You know? Most people lose control, just like you just saw right there. Kuiper back in the legs. Guillotine attempt.
Midway point of the fight.
Oh, Riddle squeezing, and he gets it.
It's over.
High elbow guillotine.
Matthew Riddle.
Shot a double leg for the third time. This time Riddle saw it coming. Was not surprised.
Kuiper shaking his head. Did he really tap there? Did you see that?
I didn't see the tap, honestly, but I did see a deep guillotine.
Yeah, we got to see that replay.
We saw a glimpse of the intensity of Matthew Riddle. When that fight was over, he was ecstatic. When we come back, we'll take a look back at our co-main event, Riddle over Kuiper. Riddle forcing Kuiper to tap out in round 3. For Ross and Stefan, this was a battle.
That was a fast guillotine. Look at that from the stand position. He did the John Jones of pushing his other hand up. Gets a quick tap from
That's
Kuiper.
right, a power guillotine, a John Jones, a McKenzie team. Inverted arm. The left arm was inverted, pushing up into the guillotine.
Pay that man his money. Tonight's Titan FC finishing bonuses presented by Grupo Loft, Nightlife in Paradise, Jaco Beach, Costa Rica. Every fighter that finishes a fight gets a bonus in Titan FC. Up to Stephen Jones.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended at 2 minutes and 29 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by tap out due to guillotine choke out of the red corner, Matthew